I don't even understand that question, but I'll move on. Go ahead.
So you're asking oil companies to further lower gas prices. What makes you think that they are going to listen to an administration that is ultimately trying to put them out of business?
Two things I want to show you. This first deal, watch her absolutely smash this reporter and put her aside as being ridiculous. Because that's what this reporter did. Asked a stupid question, you're gonna get a stupid answer.
Thank you, Corinne. You've condemned governors sending migrants to various cities across the country, but where should officials that are overwhelmed by the number of migrants coming into their cities and into their shelters, where should they send the migrants?
Well, we have said many times before there's a process, a legal process, and that we are willing to work with cities who are dealing with this issue. What we have seen from governors is that they are using migrants as a political tool. That's not the way to do it. And they're sending migrants, as we've seen the last several months, the last several weeks, they're sending migrants without letting city officials know, without letting the federal government know. And what they do is they call TV news stations to be there to capture this moment and use it as a political stunt. And so we will continue to call that out, but we are willing and open to work with cities that are dealing with this issue, as we have done with New York City, as we have done with Washington, D.C., and other cities as well.
But does President Biden want more migrants to come to Delaware?
I don't even understand that question, but I'll move on. Go ahead.
Thanks, Corinne. I'm wondering if you ever...
You stupid fucking little bitch. Beautifully performed. Now, it's time for Steve Doocy. Watch this dumbass.
Okay.
Thank you, Corinne. So you're asking oil companies to further lower gas prices. What makes you think that they are going to listen to an administration that is ultimately trying to put them out of business?
How is the administration trying to put them out of business?
Well, they produce fossil fuels, and this president says he wants to end fossil fuel.
Boy, he loves a good soundbite, doesn't he? Tell you what, we're gonna get that gotcha question and we're gonna stick it to the Libs. Own those Libs. Let's see how she reacts.
So look, you kind of asked me this question yesterday, and here's where we would say U.S. oil production is up and on track to reach a record high next year. We've seen that from from when we see their profit margins. It's record high. And so, in fact, the United States has produced more oil in President Biden's first year than under Trump's administration's first year, but at the same time, oil companies are raking in record profits, while more than 9,000 approved drilling permits remain untapped by the oil industry. There is no shortage of opportunity or incentive for oil companies to ramp up production. This is something that they can actually do. It is available to them. They can do this, and also they are getting the profits. And so, because they're getting, I just showed 60 cents on the chart, more profit, right? That we're seeing, more higher costs that we're seeing than what retailers are paying at the pump. They can bring that down. They've done it before. You saw that at the chart in the beginning. They were able to bring prices down.
Candidate for Governor Stacey Abrams is suggesting that one way to mitigate the effects of inflation is to get an abortion. Does President Biden agree?
I did not see her comments on this, so I don't know the context of this. Again, I want to be careful because this is a political debate, and it's related to a midterm, an election. So I'm not going to comment on that.
Poised, professional, and fabulous. And Steve Doocy, y'all take it easy. I'm Zachariah, Lone Star Liberal.
Do you think you place this as political liability?
That's a great asset. More inflation. What a stupid son of a bitch.